Humulene, a liquid sesquiterpene C15H24 in hop oil and clove oil, called also alpha carotene.
Stone vet. I hit the ground running when I'm invading your country. It's still with honor and discipline. Throw my guns like onyx, dressed in camo with ammo for every situation I handle. They got us marching and stepping by my platoon.
What's up, guys? Sergeant G here from the Stone Vet USMC. Happy hump day. Man, it's been a long week. I tell you what, dude, I was sitting at work on Tuesday and I was like, oh my goodness. Man, I was sitting there, I was falling asleep. I was like, dang, man. I look at the clock, it was 10:30. I was like, are you freaking kidding me, dude? I usually get freaking exhausted when around, 13:30, 1400, after lunch, that afternoon where you're kind of getting groggy and stuff, right? Man, I'm super excited to be here with you guys on this hump day, man. Like I tell you guys every week, dude, this is a wonderful opportunity for me to be able to come out here and be able to try to help educate you guys, right? Help educate you guys and help just provide some knowledge in regards to cannabis, right? Like because you guys always know me. Sergeant G always talking about cannabis. Well, let me help educate you guys, man. I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Rafa 180. Rafa 180 provides you the best medicinal grade THC-free CBD on the market, hands down, dude. If you like me, dude, I just looked at the calendar, man. I've got 81 days. About 80 days left of probation. I've been on a 24-month probation. I got 80 days left, and I'll be off of probation. I'm super excited, dude, because I'm going back. I'm going back to use my cannabis again, like it's intended to be used, man. Cause I don't know. Watching Congress recently, who knows if it's gonna what they're doing? They're dragging their feet on it. I'll tell you that much, man. But if you want to use medicinal hemp, medicinal CBD. Go check out Rafa 180. That's Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel Alpha 180.com to get all your medicinal grade needs, dude. I've been using this stuff for the past 2 years that I've been on probation and I haven't popped. And they don't do no at-home testing. They send this off to a lab to get tested. And I haven't popped. I have yet to pop, dude. And I use my CBD oil for pain management, anti-inflammatory, right? And then I use the sapphire to help me get the sleep that I need because we suck at getting sleep. I use it. I don't try to use it every night because I don't want to become dependent on it. But there are some weeks where I need it every night, right? But I use the sapphire because it helps turn off your mind and helps your mind rest so you can be able to get the rest that you need, man. Well, go check out Rafa180.com. That's Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel Alpha 180.com. And when you check out with the Stone Vet USMC, you get 15% off your entire purchase. You spend $75 or more, you get free priority shipping to your front door, dude. And the latest I've seen is like a 2-day shipping wherever across the country, which ain't bad, But go check them out to get all your medicinal grade needs, man. Like I tell you guys, it's upon us. Broken Jarhead has came back with a second annual Veteran Podcast Awards, man. I'm super excited. You guys can see, if you guys are watching on YouTube, you see that, right? Veteran Podcast Awards winner, Top Marine Corps Podcast 2021, man. I'm super excited to be able to come back out and try to win this award again for 2 years in a row, to be a back-to-back Top Marine Corps podcast, dude. I was looking at the competition. There's a lot of Marine Corps freaking podcasts out there that are competing this year. They want to take this award away from me. Like I said, if you watch on YouTube, you can see the beautiful awards I got here, right? I got my Chronic Palooza for 2022. Super excited. Beautiful award, right? And I got my Warhammer 2021 Top Marine Corps podcast, dude. This is great, but I can't win these awards unless you guys are going over there and you're voting on a daily basis. Just when you got time, when you're sitting on the crapper right at work and you're like, man, you're watching TikToks or Facebook or whatever, just go over to Veteran Podcast Awards and vote for the Stone Vet. Dude, I'm telling you, there's 2 categories and I want to win both categories. I want to be able to bring home both categories for you guys to see the beautiful awards, see what Shane is doing over there with Broken Jarhead, man. But go over there. I'll have it in the description box. However you guys are listening to this, like I said, over at VTT, Nick says he's putting it with the episode, so I'm gonna send him the link again, so make sure that he uploads it with the episode. So you guys can go to the description and you just go to click to vote, and you just click it. It's gonna take you straight there to vote, and all you gotta do is vote for the Stone Vet. But I'm super excited. So hopefully I can get some new awards. Hopefully I can bring in 2 more awards, man. I'm super excited. Man, so this week we're going to be talking about Humulene, man. Humulene is another terpene. You guys know, right? That's what I've been talking about. is the terpene profiles, right? Why are the terpenes so important, right? And how are the terpenes, like, a lot of people don't understand. Like, a lot of people go to, like us in Oklahoma, we're blessed enough to have dispensaries where we can go in and start asking questions and stuff to find the right strain that can help us, right? Some of the bud tenders are educated on it, but a lot of them aren't, right? But there's really not really a course that you can go to. It's all about trial and error is what it comes down to. And one of the biggest things that I tell you guys about is that you have to understand the terpene profiles. How do the terpenes work? How can the terpenes affect what I want to treat, right? Anxiety, depression, freaking sleep, anti-inflammatory, pain management stuff, right? It just depends on what you're wanting to achieve when you smoke or when you consume cannabis, man. And so this week I'm gonna be talking to you guys about Humulene, right? Humulene, that's a funny name, ain't it? Humulene, like, what is that, you know? But Humulene is another amazing product. It's another amazing terpene with what it can provide and what it does, you know. Humulene, what, like, a lot, like I tell you guys, I try to make it to where, like, how do you already use these products, right? These terpenes that I tell you about, you guys have already consumed them. You're probably consuming them today, right now, as you're listening to my episode, and not even realizing that you're actually consuming the terpene already, right? So for Humulene, it's got a subtle, earthy, woody, spicy notes that give hoppy beers their distinct taste and aroma. Also partly responsible for giving cannabis its unique scent. Both hops and cannabis share a common terpene, Humulene. So hops, right? If you guys like to drink your beers, right? There's all kinds of different strains, different kinds of beers, right? You got your IPAs and you got, your regular beers and all these other type craft beers and stuff, right? And they have different aromas. They carry different aromas, but that's because of the hops that is put into it, right? And you guys know about it. You guys that do consume alcohol, right? But if you're consuming alcohol, you're already consuming Humulene, right? But there's more to Humulene than its herbaceous charm. This terpene is found in a wide variety of plants and has been used for centuries in holistic Eastern medicinal practices. So it's been down for hundreds of years, thousands of years. Humulene is also no stranger to modern biomedical research, including studies on black pepper, hops, and ginseng, and research has proven it to be an effective anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and appetite suppressant. So a lot of these terpenes, right? We went through what? We went through limonene, we went through linalool, and now we're going through Humulene, and they all have been what? Anti-inflammatories, right? Antibacterials, which is great, And this is an appetite suppressor. So this isn't one that you're going to smoke and you're going to go and freaking get the munchies. You're not going to get the munchies with this one here, It says here that two of the main strains from this is gelato, sherbet, and Girl Scout cookies. I don't know I haven't tried Girl Scout cookies, but I always see it. Every time I go to the dispensary, they always have Girl Scout cookies. I've never tried it. Have you guys tried it? Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have tried it. Let me know. I'd like to see how did it affect you? How did the Girl Scout cookies affect you? Hopefully it was good, man, because this sounds like an amazing terpene itself, right? And then here it says cannabis strains containing Humulene. Cannabis Humulene is a fairly common terpene and is present in modest quantities in a variety of cannabis strains. It's particularly responsible for giving the plant its distinct spicy, herbaceous, and subtle floral bouquet of aromas. Similar to both myrcene and pinene, we haven't gone through those two terpenes yet. Humulene is a fundamental element in the overall aromatic profile of cannabis. So that's got that when you smell cannabis, that strong smell, it is Humulene, right? However, Humulene usually appears in slightly smaller quantities than its terpene counterparts, often taking a backseat in a cultivar's flavor profile and its subtle notes of earth and florals. And then it says here, Humulene appears in the third most abundant terpene in these strains. Death Star, Headband, I loved Headband. Headband was pretty good, especially like Blueberry Headband. That was a good one. Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies, Original Glue, and Candyland. As an example of how Humulene appears in a leafy strain flower, Take a look at Candyland. Humulene light green appears in the outermost ring of diamonds. Interestingly, humulene appears to occur in higher levels in carafilene, dominant cannabis strains. And that's what it said. It said humulene was also called like alpha carafilene. Humulene is formally classified as an alpha carafilene in a sesquiterpene named after Humulus lupulus, aka the hops plant. So hops, right? That's the stuff that's used in alcohol, right? In beer, the different hops, right? That gives what gives its aroma, its different aroma. Hops and cannabis are both in the taxonomic family. Cannabaceae and humulene plays a big role in providing the same aromatic notes to both species of plants. Humulene shares the same chemical formula as its close relative beta carafilene. However, the two sesquiterpenes differ in structure. Many of the same plants containing beta carafilene, such as basil, you guys eat basil, sage, you guys eat sage, and clove, also contain humulene, and the two have similar aromas. So you guys using these products on a daily basis, right? Basil, sage, and clove. I mean, clove, I get it. I mean, that's mostly like during the holidays, right? For Thanksgiving and Christmas when the ladies are baking, right? But basil and sage, I mean, you guys, I don't know how often you guys use it, but I put it on my food probably on a daily basis. I mean, if I'm making something at home, if I'm baking something, it's usually going to have some basil or some sage on it if I'm baking, right? And then the effects and benefits. Here are the benefits that they have studied and they have seen, right? The medical and therapeutic potential of humulene is expansive and well researched. So it's been researched, right? A 2016 study shows that it may help terminate cancer cells when combined with phytocannabinoids and other terpenes. Wow, right? Wow. So they did a research and they found that this terpene, humulene, is a cancer. It terminates cancer cells. But nobody wants to talk about that, right? Let's not talk about these studies that have been done, right? Because that's one of the biggest things Congress is talking about is that there hasn't been any research studies done because the FDA hasn't done anything, which is a government entity. And it sucks, right? Because it's a government entity. It's classified as a Schedule 1 drug. And so they're not going to conduct any research projects on it because it's a Schedule 1 drug. If they took it out of that category, then they could do some research on it, right? It says humulene is present in many therapeutic grade essential oils, and the use of such oils for healing purposes date back centuries. The terpene is present in balsam fir oil and is believed to be an active mechanic in fighting tumors, evidenced by its ability to produce reactive oxygen species. The oil was also shown to exhibit antibacterial properties in another study, proving to be active against the bacterium Staphylococcus aureus, so golden staph, when administered in small quantities. Golden staph is a bacterium present in our bodies at all times, but it can play a role in a host of nasty infections and diseases when exposed. Humulene also plays a role in pharmacokinetics, the study of how the body absorbs, distributes, metabolizes, and excretes drugs, showing potential to be distributed rapidly throughout the body via both oral and topical absorption of an oil derived from the topical plant black sage. Oil from this plant has also shown anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and antibacterial properties. Again, right? Again, that's what they keep highlighting, right? Anti-inflammatory, right? Something that you guys deal with, right? You guys take naproxen, you take the ibuprofen, you take all the anti-inflammatories that the VA gives you. But here's this terpene right here. That's all natural. That helps. That isn't anti-inflammatory. So if your knees are hurting, your neck are hurting, your back's hurting, this helps fight those, right? It's antifungal. So if you got them nasty feet, this will help fight the fungus in your feet, right? And it's an antibacterial. So guess what? It's going to clean your feet, which is great, you know, which is great with that, with what it's doing for that, man. And I'm just surprised. I mean, how it says here, it's a cancer. It's terminated cancer cells, right? And so that, which is so great, right? Because a lot of people, I don't know how much you guys have looked and researched into cannabis and seen how people are always like, man, it helped me. I beat cancer using cannabis. Well, here's why. Because what kind of terpenes did the plant have when you were consuming it? What kind of terpenes did it have that you were consuming it that it helped defeat cancer? But right here in this study that was done in 2016, it says that it terminated cancer cells. This terpene itself terminated cancer cells. How many other terpenes can terminate cancer cells? It says humulene also plays an important function in the life cycle of a cannabis plant prior to harvest. Beginning with synthesis in the trichome head, humulene and other terpenes aid in a plant's defense capability by helping to deter pests and prevent fungal infections. Again, there's that fungal infections, right? And so this is one of the biggest things, guys. It's just trying to help educate yourself and have a better understanding as to how do these terpenes help with what I do, right? Where am I already consuming these terpenes, you know? And yes, right? We are already consuming these terpenes on a regular basis. Like, what did it say? It's in sage, it's in basil, it's in clove, right? And that's one of the biggest things, guys, is just having an understanding of how these plants work, right? How do these plants work, and how would it benefit me on a regular basis? You know, how would it benefit me on a regular basis to be able to use this, right? It's also in ginger. You guys, how many of you guys consume ginger? I mean, there's a lot of people, right? Ginger teas. I mean, ginger sodas. I like a good ginger beer. I mean, my wife don't like ginger beer, but I like ginger beer. But it has humulene in it, right? And it's an anti-inflammatory. So maybe that's why we feel good after we have consumed some of these things like sage and ginger and clove and stuff like that. You know? And so that's one of the biggest things, understanding the medicinal properties of cannabis. And how you know what I'm saying, one of the things, there's a couple of Facebook groups out there that help you grow, right? If you are able to grow and you're like, man, I want to grow my own flower, but I don't know where to go or what to do, go over to Vet Codes. Go check out David over at Vet Codes. He has a great, amazing group of people over there that are able to help show you, even the guy who created the seeds, because what he does with his organization, he provides seeds for you if you're able to grow, he does care packages, dude, that gives you seeds. Seeds aren't cheap at all by any means, but he has a seed bank and he's able to send out seeds on a daily basis, so you guys are able to grow your own medicine and have an understanding. And he said one of the best things that he loves that he's able to do is that the person who created the seeds, who's donated the seeds to him to be able to hand out to you guys, is that you can ask the guy how to grow it. You can ask the creator of the seed, how do you grow this? What do I need? What's the best way for me to start with growing this? Like, I want to start growing this, but what's the best way? Like, he's doing drawings for tents. He's doing drawings for lights, humidifiers, everything, dude. Like, you go over there, he's doing some amazing things with that organization. He's another Army brother that's doing awesome things over there, man. But there are plenty of groups out there, man, like Patriots Helping Vets, and there's a lot of cannabis groups out there. If you guys are interested and want to know, reach out to me. Hit me up. Say, hey, Sarnji, I want to see what other groups there are, you know? Not just you, but who else is doing stuff in the cannabis community, right? Because all I'm doing, right, is just providing you educational benefits, right, of how cannabis can be beneficial for you. Should you use it? I say you should, but it depends on you and if you think you should use it, right? You shouldn't think that it's a drug and that you don't want to consume it because it's a drug. How many pills are you currently taking right now for your anxiety, your depression, your inflammation, and everything else on top of that? How many are you currently taking right now? Those are drugs. There's no difference between a doctor prescribing it to you and you going to the dispensary and being able to get your own medicine, right? And that's one of the biggest things that is breaking the stigma that we have on cannabis. You know, one of the things that we have to do is ensure that we are talking to our representatives, our senators, our House of Representatives, our representatives where we live, and say, hey, I want to see, if you live in a state that cannabis isn't legal, why is what I want to know. I want to know why it is not legal in your state. Tony just said that in Louisiana, that if I go to Louisiana and I have my cannabis card, I can use my cannabis. I can take it across state lines and use it there. And I won't get in trouble because I'm already registered with my state saying that I can consume cannabis, which is great. And that's how it should be across the board. Hands down, that's how it should be across the board, across all 50 states. But we're still waiting to see. Like I said, they had the first hearing, but it's been weeks since they had the first hearing, July 21st. I mean, it's almost been a month since the first hearing had happened. And I don't know what the next step is. I don't know where it's going or what it's doing. I don't know where what if they're going to have another hearing or what is going to happen. I've been watching, I've been looking, I've been researching, I've been looking it up on a daily basis. Like, I don't know what the next step is. There has not been any new news, and it's kind of frustrating because it's like it's Congress, though. You know how they are. This is one of the biggest things, is that they don't want to show you. They don't tell the truth, right? They don't tell the truth on anything, and it sucks because this is one of the things I've been waiting on, is to freaking figure out if they're ever gonna just take it out, right? Take it out of the Schedule 1 drug. So research can be done on it, right? And this is what we're supposed to be fighting for, is for medical freedom. And that's one thing I keep telling you guys about on a regular basis, is that, yeah, we fought war, right? For 20 years, we've been fighting wars, right? A lot of y'all went to war more times than others, but we all fought in the same freaking desert, same mountains. We fought that war for the country, but now we're back here in America. We have another war we're fighting. We're fighting for medical freedom. We should have the right to be able to consume whatever medicine we feel as though is going to help treat our ailments that we suffer, whether it's PTSD, freaking aches and pains of the body, aches and pains of the mind, right? We should be able to consume whatever product we wish. We shouldn't be at the mercy of the government telling us that we can't consume a plant. It's literally a plant. It's like the broccoli you just bought at the grocery store, the bell peppers or the bananas. Those all come from plants. And you're able to go to the store and buy it and eat it, and you're not going to get in trouble for it. But God forbid you consume cannabis. So that's one of the biggest things, guys. That's what I keep vouching for, is being able to fight for medical freedom. That's where it comes to us, and we all have to come together. We all have to come together and fight for this, because the fight is not over. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this hump day, man. Hopefully I was able to help give you a little piece of education and have an understanding of how Humulene works, how you're already consuming it. Next time you consume it, check to see if you get a little bit of anti-inflammatory, right? See if that back just stops hurting a little bit, right? Or that neck ain't hurting as bad anymore. Try it. However you consume it, try it and see. It's like, dang, that really don't feel any pain. You'll start noticing it, right? Which is great, man. I appreciate VTT allowing me to be able to come out here and be able to do this and be able to provide you guys with quality education in regards to cannabis, man. Go check out the store, right? Get some of the swag. Where's that? Where's it at? Where is it at? Right there. Get some of the swag, dude. These shirts are freaking amazing, dude. They're soft, super soft, and they're stretchy. Makes you look big when you ain't that big, but it makes your arms look good. And then they got the crazy button, right? How many of y'all have bought this button yet? Huh? Have y'all got this button yet? Right? Get over there and get some of this swag. Help support these guys, right? They are a for-profit company. They have to get this profit so they can help the other nonprofits that are out there, right? Go to my store. I need some sales, guys. I have been talking to my producer, and he's like, dude, you ain't getting any sales. You're not producing, and nobody's buying any shirts. Nobody's buying any cups. Nobody's buying anything from your store, and you guys are killing me. You guys asked me to make tank tops. I got tank tops made. It's still hot as crap outside. I don't get it. I don't understand why you guys aren't buying the swag. Go to Rafa1A.com, Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel Alpha 180.com. In the top or in the little three lines, if you're mobile, the little three lines, they got a thing in there, the Stone Vet. Click on that link and go check out some of my swag. I got some amazing shirts over there. I'm telling you guys, get over there and purchase some swag, man. I need to get this swag getting off. I'm gonna see how much longer they're gonna keep me in their website before they cancel me out completely, because I'm not getting any sales. So go over there and check out all those amazing things. Go to Veteran Trash Talk. Check out some of their swag, man. Help support us veteran podcasts. That's the only way we're going to get as big as any of these guys like Wilco and Joe Rogan and all these famous podcasters that are out there that get millions of views on a daily basis. You guys have to do it, man. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google, hit the follow button. Leave me a 5-star review. You guys leave those 5-star reviews, this will start hitting some algorithms and more people will start being able to listen in on this, man. Go to freaking Veteran Podcast Awards in the description down below and vote for the STONED VET USMC. Let's bring home some more awards, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this hump day. Hopefully the rest of your week goes amazing, dude. If you're going to consume, remember, consume responsibly. Hit a little bit more for me. I'll be there in 80 days, man. Remember, guys, here at the Stone Vet, we got you 6.
I adapt and overcome. I make the best out of situations. I stay alert for my enemies trying to do me some harm. I fight for your freedom of speech and your right to bear arms. When I say I got your 6, that means I got your back. But what else would you expect coming from the Stone Vet?